Yo, aloha gang, what's up? This is John coming at you from Carwheel Motors, and again, got another cool bike for you that's coming out and it's just changing the game as far as like on the kids side, with the electric bikes. Now, we know not every kid is down with the noise, not every kid likes the zap zap, with the engine and all that kind of stuff, but this shouldn't stop or hinder any kid from getting on a bike and learning how to ride. Maybe you'll grow into that stuff later. But now with the new Husqvarna um, EE-2 bike, this is pretty awesome. Like this is designed to be like a 50 PW50 size bike. And from the looks of it, it's very, very, very simple. And we'll take a look. We'll scroll through here. This is the Instagram page. And the first thing I can notice, I'll tell you right off the bat, where's the chain? There's no chain on this bike. This is what you call a hub drive motor. And it's controlled by the controller up front, somewhere around here. And there's no chain. So there's one less thing to do. Like for all you parents out there that don't really know how to work on bikes, I mean, there are some of them out there. Their kid just want to ride or you want to get into riding. Super, super easy maintenance. And you have a PDS style shock, which is up here. And from what I understand, they allow you to adjust the bolt so that this thing can become longer or shorter and your height can increase or decrease depending on the ride height or the height of the kid. So that's pretty cool. Also, the tire, looks to be like a really small tire. So it's a Kenda, like a PW50 tire. Um, the cool thing about this bike is that it has, regular PW50 style forks. Again, with the front tire, they got WP suspension, which is pretty awesome, just for the brand whores out there. And again, small bike, no chain. You still have a disc brake in the rear and in the front, so disc brake calipers. You also have, let's see, you have a kill switch here, and that's very important. That red dot up there, that is super important for electric kids bike. That will allow you to cut the power if in case the kid goes down, they won't get their fingers caught up in the chain because they don't really know the bike is on. So that's very, very important in regards to safety. Now, the thing about this bike is the battery. So the thing about like it's the battery here, and this, from what I read in the specs, it's a 56-volt battery, and that's cool. And from what I also think, it's actually the battery from your Husqvarna weed whacker, chainsaw, hedge trimmer. So it's actually a battery that's easily swappable. The batteries are relatively cheap, and they put out a lot of power. So if you're coming from like a Stasic with an 18 volt, I mean, yeah, you can fit a DeWalt on there, right? You probably got a bunch of those just laying around that you can use. With this bike, it's a 56 volt, so it's a little bit higher voltage, but you can actually have dual purpose for your batteries so that you're not just buying a proprietary battery just for one thing. And because it's relatively low amps, you can charge them really, really easy from a simple inverter in your car, so you can keep that kid going all day. Also, it comes with a pretty cool, pretty substantial skid plate, which is, you're probably not going to run it in the rocks, but if I know my Hawaii people, they're taking their kid in the rocks. So check this out. They got a KTM version of this too, which is very similar. And we may or may not do a rundown of that particular bike. But look how simple this thing is. Bike maintenance is never going to be easier than it is right now. And for people just to get introduced to the sport, for a kid to jump on this, and maybe later on as he gets older, is not scared of the noise, it's just going to be awesome. And you can take this bike and you can literally practice, ride virtually everywhere, and nobody will even care. Right on, guys. Like to bring you this new stuff in the electric world from major brands, which is exciting. And until next time, ride with aloha.